Suprabhatam friends, welcome to my channel Plants and Me. This is Dr. Sridevi from Mangaluru, Karnataka, India. Today I'll be talking about a potting soil required for the plants. Now, potting soil means the medium in which the plant would be growing. The plant can be put in the ground where there is soil. The soil is of two types, black soil and the red soil. Red soil is available here in my area. So, the medium in which the plant will be growing is called as the potting medium. So, when the plant is growing in the ground, it is a natural source. So, still we need to make a few amendments in that. But I'll be talking about potting medium or potting mix or potting soil for the plants which we grow in the pots. Now, there is no universal potting mix. Like you take a proportion of soil, this, that, and then use that for all the plants. That is not possible, because each and every plant's needs are different. Some plants require wet potting medium, some require little moist, some require retention of water for some time. So, and some do not require soil only. So, depending on the requirement, how the plant grows, where the plant grows in its natural habitat, this potting medium is decided. So, there are quite a few varieties of potting medium. I told you about red soil. Then there are plants which are epiphytic. So, those plants do not require soil, red soil. They will require other planting medium. So, I will be talking about the potting soil, how we need to prepare the potting soil. So, if you observe this mud, it is very clayey. How do you find out it's clayey? You take a little bit and just press it, it becomes a ball. So that is a clayey soil. Clayey soil is required for plants like lotus. Lotus is an aquatic plant, so it requires some medium which will anchor its roots. Suppose I mix sand in this, so what will happen? The potting mix will become very loose and it will not anchor the roots of lotus, and the lotus will get disanchored from the mud. So that is why this clay soil is used for plants like lotus and for plants which require lots of moisture. This will retain lots of moisture because there is lots of mud in it. So all the muds will attract the water molecules and the water molecules will cling on to the mud. So lots of water will be retained in this. This is not a very well draining soil. This is not at all a very well draining soil. It will retain lots of moisture, and this will make the roots soggy. The soil near the roots will become soggy, and this is as I said, for its lotus it is very good, but for other plants it will attract root rot. So this is another potting mix. You can see the soil is falling apart because it has got sand mixed in it. About 25% sand has been mixed. So sand gives a good drainage to the potting mix. So water will not log. There is a little bit of sand, so moisture will be retained, but it is a well draining potting mix. So this is used for plants which require moisture but a well draining potting mix is also required. Water should not retain in the pot. If water clogs, then the plant will have root rot. So for such plants, this potting mix is required. It is a well draining potting mix. Now this is another potting mix. You can see this is falling way apart when compared to the previous one. So in this I have added quite a bit of sand because this is epiphyllum. I planted epiphyllum in this pot. So epiphyllum is a desert plant, and so it requires well draining soil. Water should not retain at all, and I have added lots of sand to mimic the desert conditions. If I do not add sand in this, there will be water logging and the plant will have root rot. And especially Mangalore weather, it is not at all congenial for these plants. So still we grow it adding a lot of sand. There's a lot of sand in it and it is so dry. I water this plant only once in a week. So these are my adenium plants. For adenium, I employ this sandy soil. It has got so much sand. If you observe, it's a very soil is there, but it's a very well draining potting mix. Why I put so much sand? Because adenium has got this caudex. This is the stem. This stores water. This becomes thick, so it is called as caudex. This also, it's such a thick caudex. Such a thick caudex. So that stores water in it, and so there is chances of the plant getting root rot if there is lots of water. If you see, this also is another adenium where I have put so much of sand. I have put these pebbles because my cats come and sit on this and then they shake the plant. So I have put this so that they don't come and sit here. Same way here also. Any adenium plant you take, I have put lots of sand in them. So this is my rose plant. I have very few rose plants. So if you see the potting mix, again here I have added little sand, not much. It is about 20%, and the sand and the soil is well draining. So why I added 20%? Because the roses require well draining soil, but they require moisture also. Roots cannot stay in water. They cannot be stagnant in water. So that is why I have added little sand, but soil is more in this. So for roses, well draining, moisture holding soil is required. So we saw so many types of potting mixes. So whenever we buy a plant, we'll have to research a little bit. Nowadays Google is so helpful. So we need to research a little bit about the plant, like how it would be in its natural habitat. That means where it is growing wild. That means it is growing naturally. No one is cultivating it or growing it. So in the natural habitat, how it will grow, depending on that we need to modify the potting soil. So I would be showing what all amendments can be done in the potting soil, basic amendments in the potting soil. So these are the amendments of the potting soil. This is the normal garden mix, garden potting soil brought from the nursery. This can be used as it is if it has got a good amount of sand in it. Otherwise, I would add 50% of sand to it. This is the usual sea sand actually. I could not get a river sand. This is available on construction sites also. If you require little bit, anyone will be ready to help. So this is the usual sea sand. This is the vermicompost. Vermicompost which is ready made. I bought it from the nursery. And this is the cow dung manure. It is not formed completely. If it is a very good cow dung manure, then the cow dung will be black in color. That means it is about 1 year old. So it is safe to use. There won't be any eggs of this intestinal worms, etc. in it. So this will be safe to use. This is not that safe, but it will rot. Once you put into the soil, it will rot, and it will serve the purpose. So this is the garden soil. This is the sand, vermicompost, and cow dung manure. Cow dung manure and vermicompost both can be used, or they can be used singly also. This definitely contains cow dung in it. You are adding extra cow dung because plants love cow dung, especially the Malvaceae members, hibiscus, etc. They love, even rose plant, they love cow dung. So they will thrive in it very nicely. And to that, if you add vermicompost, this is a fortified manure. So it will have neem cake in it, it will have some minerals added in it, it will have humic. Cow dung also has got humic acid in it. So this has got humic acid in it. So it is fortified with all the other requirements for the plant. So this is also very, very nutritious to the plant. And this cow dung manure also is nutritious. This is natural. This is also natural. So this is a natural one which is fortified. That's it. So these are the amendments which we can make in the potting soil for a plant. So whenever you get a plant from the nursery, observe the potting mix. How it is, whether it is well draining, whether it is cloggy, whether it is clayey, etc. And then decide to make the amendments. Like if you have bought a desert plant, for that matter adenium or epiphyllum, those plants are also put in a clayey soil in the nursery. I don't know how they manage, but when you bring them home, you make amendment in the potting soil, add a lot of sand in it, create a sandy soil, create a desert mimicking condition for the plant, and the plant will thrive. So depending on the requirement of the plants, you need to make these amendments so that the plant will thrive in that potting mix. So that is about the potting mix in general. So there are other potting media again. As I told you, it depends on the plant. We saw about the plants which are growing in mud. There are plants which do not require mud. We will be talking about those plants in our next video. Thanks for joining. Take care. Bye.